the aircraft called for Mayday at a particular time, and within 1 minute after he called the Mayday, the aircraft disappeared from the radar. My take on it is that the emergency started before then. And the pilot was trying to manage the situation. Some of the things I heard was that, look, the aircraft was coming in to land on a particular runway, and at a particular time, he requested for another runway. There are 2 parallel runways in Lagos Airport at that time. The other one was not closed, but somehow along the line, for whatever reason, he requested for the other runway. Then he shifted to the other runway. At that time, he was with the radar. They have not transferred him to the tower. He was with the radar. So the issue was that by the time the radar was going to hand him over to the tower, it has already disappeared from the screen. So by that time, it was already crashed. So the aircraft was never handed over to the control tower.
The general public have been hearing a lot of varying reports. In terms of procedure, what is happening on ground now? How do we deal with this kind of crisis? What should the various ministries and aviation authorities be doing?
As far as emergency management is concerned in this country, everybody wants to have a take of the cake. Everybody wants the budget that has to do with emergency to be domiciled in its agency. It doesn't work that way. NEMA, the National Emergency Management Agency, is based in Abuja. He cannot manage an emergency in Lekki or Ekpe. Not even where it happened now at Iju. He cannot. Not even the one that happened at Lisa. And we've always been telling them that the first responder to any emergency should always be the local government because they are closer. The local government, if they have been stealing money wherever they are stealing money, they should start thinking now that they need to give a lot of money to the local government. The local government are the first responder. What do you need when you have such an emergency like we had at Iju? You need the fire service. And the fire service people are trained to do rescue. You need the medical people, ambulance. Those are the first responder. And where would they come from? They must come from the local government in the area where that crash had happened.
Now let's take a look at accountability. Who should be held responsible for this unfortunate tragedy? Do we look to the ministry? Do we look to aviation authorities? Who do we hold accountable?
The airline themselves, they were deficient. In fact, from what I've read in the paper and from what I've seen since yesterday, the airline itself had done practically nothing. They were supposed to be at the site. I saw a lot of people carrying things from the aircraft, throwing it up and down. Most of the evidence for the investigation have been thrown all over the whole place. At the end of the day, they're not going to get anything out of it. Some of the things they need to identify each of the passengers are completely being obliterated by now. The airline is supposed to have sent a team there. They call it the GO team, emergency GO team. They are supposed to be there. Their operation people are supposed to be there. Their security people are supposed to be there. And they are supposed to have people who attend to the families of the victims. They will have it there. They will have it at the airport. And possibly in Abuja where the aircraft took off from. I haven't seen any of these things on the ground. What I've been hearing is speculations. People died. They have only given them many names there now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have not seen 153 people by now. It should come out in the paper so that people will know. It wasn't the minister's business to do the type of press conference she did yesterday. It was not the minister. It was the airline. They are the first people that are supposed to have come out to let their customer know that this was what has happened. Followed by the regulatory agency, NCA. The minister should come last. Because the minister has spoken, everybody has gone to sleep.